Dude, SoCal. Yes, please. Where do I sign up? Plenty of water and plenty to do. The surf is always up, so you can grab a board or just hang 10. The bottom line is it's all about California dreaming. But here in Irvine, California, it's about California dream making. PGF, a fast pitch factory, best of the best. Now that's hanging hits, that's hanging great defensive catches, and also hardware. So join us now, the 10U Premier Championship Fury 2024 and Birmingham Thunderbolts 06. PGF, hang with us. So, and this is one of the joys of being part of the PGF Championship, the 10U age division. Out of Birmingham, Alabama, the Thunderbolts. Out of the great state of Tennessee, the Fury. A joy to watch this level of play. Hi there, folks. Darren Sutton, along with Olympian and All-American out of UCLA, Amanda Freed. I'll simply ask you, if you coach so many at this age group, what do you look for at this age? Because it's so much fun to watch them play.
They're phenomenal athletes. I mean, you're surprised at this age that they're able to do what they do. And I love the pitchers to watch them just kind of work from those fastballs at the very beginning stages of their development out there in the circle. And this really is the future of our sport.
And they play on and they play forward. And here we go, the national title game. The Fury in those unique and good-looking gray and blue tops. Brinley Bain at the top of the order, drops down a pretty bunt. It's a tough challenge for Wortham, but she is up to the challenge. A fine play there by Brantley Wortham. Bain at the top, Esther White, Carrasquillo bats in the 3 spot. It's Brown, Meek, Smith, Bryant, and then on down the lineup. That's the Birmingham Thunderbolts lineup. We'll see them in just a moment with Green, Birds, and Taylor in the top 3. Over the outside corner, strike 1. Fired in there, and we're watching the work of Maya Holt in the circle.
And I talk about the development of these pitchers, just fastballs and a little changeup at this age, but watch them paint the corners. And then just work on location and command of their pitches. Maya Holt will throw it in there at about 50 miles an hour. But at this age, really, the speed can come into play, but it's really about locating those pitches.
Maya Holt out of Wetumpka, Alabama. Wetumpka Middle School. That one lifted to left. Esther White is the hitter. Esther's got a base hit. In front of Madison Duffel, the left fielder. White drops that one in there. She'll grab an extra bag as the ball trickles loose. Single and a miscue and a run opportunity for the Fury. Esther, who is homeschooled, who has loved this experience. Some of the thoughts of these 10U players, will share them with you throughout as they have spent time with us as well. It's been one of our great pleasures this week. Alexia Carrasquillo. The Fury out of Tennessee as that one sails high and away. Rockvale, Tennessee, that's about 45 minutes southeast of Nashville. That's where the Fury call their home, their great program. Carrasquillo, middle of the diamond into center field. Looking to strike, they'll stop the runner at third. Played well in center field by Green. But a pretty approach by Alexia Carrasquillo right back through the box. Very solid swing. Flat bat plane for sure.
A lot of power out of that swing, going right back up the middle. That's some veteran hitting there. Out of this 10U division, look at this pitch down in the zone, drops the barrel, drives it right back up the middle. That's what you're taught. Hit that ball right back where it comes from.
A leg kick there too.
Yeah, I like the little hitch in that front side. I think it's a smart decision to hold the runner up at third base. You only got one out here.
Maya Holt, and you see the work she has done, has been a winner in this tournament for sure. Told you, Holt out of Wetumpka, Alabama, hugs the line. Only play the tag, and it's made. I think for just a moment, Wortham thought she had a step on the bag opportunity, realized it, and as the run scores, that's actually a very nice recovery.
Yeah, that's a tough play. It would have been tough at home. Good instincts to take off when that ball's hit down in the dirt. You could see the runner over there Esther White takes off as soon as she sees that ball down in the dirt, so she's going to score. And then Wortham over at third makes the decision to go to third base, realizes it's not a forced play, makes the tag and gets the out.
A little minor collision. Looked like Quan Green came out. Member of that coaching staff for the great squad out of Birmingham, Alabama. Strong program, the Birmingham Bolts, in all age groups, making a statement every year at PGF National. Hello, Hallie Meeks. Nice to meet you. Your opportunity now, and you're not wasting it. Back to the screen it goes. How about that swing?
First pitch swinging, a lot of aggression. Nice swing again, a little hitch on the front side. Loses the head a little bit. She's looking to go deep. And a nice cut at that ball.
Nice.
Change back there, a little bit of change of pace against Meeks, trying to feed off of that aggression. Meeks 9 hits in 21 at bats. No surprise, it's been the hits. There have been no walks. To the right side. Challenge. Kind of an ugly hop, but it's handled very nicely by Ambry Taylor. But it's the squad out of just outside of Nashville, Tennessee that came to play with an aggressive bat. We are underway, the 10U PGF National Championships. So though we're in beautiful California, Southern California, we've got a deep South battle here. A team out of Birmingham, Alabama, a team out of, and you see them here working out defensively outside of Nashville, Tennessee, and this is a fun one. And that's what you love when you put this event together, to have border-to-border representation in the United States. And Jasmine Green at the top of the order for the Bolts. Ashlyn Burns and Ambry Taylor 1, 2, and 3. Both of these teams hit around 300 as a team through this tournament. Both of them undefeated.
Yeah, I just love, I think when you talk about these teams coming from the South, and we just earlier saw 2 teams from Northern California, but this is the trend in softball. You're seeing it spread across the country, and there is some really good talent being developed across the country. We're seeing it right here at these younger levels, and we're going to continue to see it as these girls develop into the sport.
Pitch is up and away to Jasmine Green. Dad is in that dugout. Quan Green, part of the coaching staff, with Andrew Burns for the Bolts. There's Dad looking on. Rolls that one to the right side. You had better hurry. It takes a high hop, but a nice play. Brindley Bain, the second baseman, on a 4-3 ground out. Dad, by the way, in that third base coach's box, have a heck of a college basketball player at the D2 level, so a really good athlete. As he flashes some guidance now to Ashlyn Burns. Burns had a chance to play in a PGF event a little closer to local in Brandon, Mississippi, and she goes right to work and drops that bunt down foul. Asked Ashlyn, tell me about your game. She just said speed. Speed, Mr. Sutton. That's what I love to do. Give me a chance to run. Fun hanging out and seeing. They played 6 games this week too, like their older sisters, right?
Yep.
That one slips away. You think, okay, well, 10U, and maybe they're playing a lighter schedule. No. Ever have this happen? Just kind of get the leg there?
Yeah, you know, it's been a while, but it happens, and I see it happen quite often.
Get back to work, though.
Yeah, Brown out there in the circle's got some good speed for her age. Talked about painting the corner. She just does a good job of commanding that fastball, and then she complements it with a great changeup.
Gets a swing and a miss right over the top. Mia Brown drops it in there. Loves her changeup, loves to pitch inside and then do this.
And with that speed, when she's able to make that ball move like that on the outside corner, you have to adjust inside fast, and then you have to look outside and adjust to the off speed.
Ambry Taylor, her chance. Taylor puts it on the ground. They're already playing tight. 1, 2, 3. Strike throwing. playmaking. And we are underway. The 10U National Championship, the future of softball, is right now. What a start. On a gorgeous Southern California day where inland is not as uncomfortable as it can be at times, but again, we're only about 10 minutes from the beach here in gorgeous Irvine, California. One of the nation's best destinations, and certainly those that call it home love it here as well. But on this day, at the 10U age group, we have two teams from the Deep South that are going to work out of Tennessee and Birmingham, Alabama. Hello, Zoe Smith. It's your opportunity. 13 on the back of that jersey, and she sees one sail high. 1-0 the count. With Maya Holt working in the circle. Everything matching there. Lock, stock. Perfect. One and 0 the count to 1-1 with that foul ball. Freed, what do you have for me on that look? That uniform all matching the name on the bow?
You are going to get all the bells and whistles at this age, which I love. I saw some amazing cheers going on, some dance combinations before the game. They're just loving it and having a good time.
So for this sport and the passion that it generates, and to me, especially at a younger age, that is a part of it. It should be a part of it, right?
That's how you grow to love the sport, honestly. It's everything outside of the actual game. It's the bows, it's the eye black, it's the friends, it's the snack bar, it's the cheers that draws you back year after year.
You said you snuck in one word there that I think may be the most interesting of them all.
The snack bar?
No, I'm hungry now. We have a few more games to do. But I think it's friends. I think the concept of learning how to work well with others, you know, learning at this age how to do that, right?
Yeah, I truly believe that, and I think it starts at the youngest age.
Easy in the circle. The selflessness at times that go along at an age where, look, all the way through your teenage years, by nature, we're all a little selfish, right? It's wonderful to be in a team setting like this where selflessness rules.
Oh, yeah. But you see these girls at 4, 5, 6 years old beginning, and this game is not easy. So what do you think? I think to myself all the time, what brought me back to this sport year after year and got me to the point that I did? It wasn't because I was great when I was 4 and 5 years old. It's because of the outside factors, including those friendships that you look forward to year after year that kept me coming back.
This is Kendall Bryant. You can see a leg kick in that left-handed approach. The Discovery School is where she attends classes. She's had a chance to play in 3 qualifiers in the PGF world, has loved them all, won all 3. Mom is Melody, dad is John. Little slapper, knocks that one foul back behind home plate. Speed, part of her strength. Couple of brothers, JD, older brother 14, her younger brother Carson is 8. They're all baseball players. Dad plays a lot of baseball, and the brothers as well. So she's got plenty of people to hit with. Slapper, setting, throwing, and doing so very nicely. There was no rush in that play. Very comfortable, Maya Holt in the circle.
I'm very impressed with the defense right now amongst both of these teams, making some solid routine plays and then showing off their composure out there. This is a big stage for these athletes. A lot of them have never played on this, against a team of this caliber on this stage. I'm impressed with the way that they're handling it.
That one skips in there to McCall Sims, the center fielder. Sims has really had a wonderful tournament. 6 of 14. She has a double along the way and a walk. And 6 stolen bases. When she has reached, she has been dangerous. And that one is low. 1-0 the count. Birmingham Thunderbolts, 7-run win, a 3-1 win. A tight one with Sorcerer 10U, 5-4. That was their 3rd game, a 5-4 win, but otherwise that's the tightest battle they've had to deal with. over the inside corner. The Fury, on the other hand, coached by Jay Ross, the Rockville, Tennessee team, 15-0, 12-0, 5-2. And then a 2-1 win over California Perez, 10U. That was their tight battle, but then a 4-1 win and a 2-0 win. Two and two the count. Spun that one, got a swing and a miss. Miss Maya Holt out of Wetumpka Middle School. Very comfortable in the circle that inning. 1, 2, 3. Amanda Freed and Darren Sutton, the 10U. The 10U PGF National Championship game. And the growth of this age group, the level of play, which has been so much fun to watch. And the families. That's the other thing you talked about with travel sports, no matter the sport, but in this instance, softball, it's the memories that go along with maybe for the first time staying in a hotel, you know, having youngsters your own age in that hotel, and boy, that's something you never forget.
Yeah, attending opening ceremonies. I mean, that in itself is just a festival.
And I think the interesting thing, attending opening ceremonies, but at the top end of that age group, you're hanging out with the ones that are going to college. So 10U, 12U, then 18U,
yep.
Someone to look up to.
Oh, absolutely. I love the fact that these teams are grouped together the way that they are. I'm excited for next weekend, 14U, 16U. Really competitive, and they're really at the height of the recruiting process. A lot of them ready to make decisions or just made decisions throughout this summer, but this age is the beginning of what could be a long, successful future.
Bouncing ball out to third, a single step. Easy chance for Esther White. Tia Titi with the topper. Tia, the name she goes with, Kishina, her given name, out of Hannah Elementary School. Goes after that first pitch. Olivia Fagard gets her opportunity and takes high and away, 1-0 the count to Olivia. It's been a tournament to remember. She's been aggressive. She hasn't walked at all, but she's 8 of 22 at 364 clip. And 2-0 the count. Had a conversation this summer, and again, it doesn't matter the sport, but with Major League Baseball All-Star Justin Upton. As that one's rolled out to third. Base hit left field. How far will it go? All the way to the wall. Hustling on around, heading into third. Triple for Olivia. Got past Kenzie Orski in left, and then it was off to the races.
And look at the power in that swing. Turns on this pitch and drives it into left field. Bailey out in left field, kind of making a dive attempt. When you do that down the line, that ball can and did get to the fence and allowed for the triple. But a well-hit ball.
So a chance to tie this ball game up in the bottom of the second. And that opportunity belongs to Madison Cromer out of Pleasant Valley, Alabama. Pleasant Valley School. Little topper. That should do it. There's your run. How about Cromer? Contact is really all you need right there. She's got an RBI. 1-1.
Seen a lot of really good base running today as well. Now you have to know the situations when you're on third base, how many outs, the pace of the ball, how fast you are, and make good decisions.
Holt, who has worked in the circle, fouls that one off the screen. Steven and Nicole Dad and mom. And an older brother, Michaela. Got a older sister, Michaela, I should say. Younger brother, Chancellor. And she rolls that one foul off to the right side. She said she learned a lot from her sister who played softball for 5 years. Oh, 2 on Maya. You know you're an old soul, yet you have the whole world ahead of you when you give an answer about how long you have played softball. She said, I've only played softball for 7 years. Haven't been alive much longer than that.
Do the math, right?
She's had a chance to win national tournaments at the 8U level, at the 10U level. Does well in the classroom. So doing the math there, I mean, you're playing some sort of softball. I guess you could have a bat in your hand as young as you're toddling around, right?
There's a lot of things you could be swinging when you're a toddler. So I guess
speak from experience, don't you?
Softball.
You speak from experience. Although you never know. I had to baby-proof the house with my 19-year-old visiting this summer. So you never know. They regress at times. 2-2 the count. Into the dirt, 3-2 the count. Holt, Wetumpka Middle School, Wetumpka, Alabama. Charming little suburb of Birmingham. Been there many times, as fate would have it. At 10, dreams of playing college baseball one day. Shoots that one to the right side. One of our talented ladies, I won't point her out by name. But we put on the questionnaire, and then we talk with them personally if we have the opportunity. But for the U16 and U18, do you have a college commitment? And explain why. One of the players in this game went to great explanation as to why she's not yet committed. 3-2 the count.
As you should not be. Good for you.
That's ball 4. And so Holt is on. What are little things you look for as a coach? I mean, your experience, you do so much teaching of the game. You played it at the highest level. What are little things you look for? Is it something like an eye, like this? Is it just pure athleticism? Tell me what you're watching.
I think it's a little bit of everything. I think for me, a lot of it's just their composure. When you look at what's going on at the field, nothing is rushed. They're very relaxed. They're very disciplined at the plate. The swings are short and compact. They're playing at a level far beyond their age. I think a lot of it's just the way that they're able to control the pace of the game.
This is Ashley Allen from Cleveland, Tennessee. Cleveland Middle School is where she does her learning in the classroom. Mom is Donna, dad is Tony. She's proud of her big brother. We'll tell you how big her brother is in just a minute because he's a heck of a football player. Didn't mean to, but she did. My brother Austin is 15, and he's a right tackle starting at 15 for Cleveland High School. 6'2", 255. So she's got a bodyguard.
Yeah.
That one is rolled foul.
Talk about a protective older brother.
By the way, Ashley pitches as well. And she did point out to us that she is not committed, but she makes it clear that I love those Tennessee Lady Vols. Give it a few more years, Ashley. They'll be watching you. Change up tantalizing, but it's outside. Mia misses up and away. Mia Brown, Maya Holt. The two pitchers in the circle. In on the hands, good pitch, tight. Well, she let it travel deep in her stance before rolling it to the right side. Just too tough to handle that pitch in and off the plate. A 4-3 ground out to end things. 1-1 is our score. Two great Southern teams here in California. 1-1 is our score, and such a great program for several years, really making a strong statement here in California. Quan Green is down inside that third base dugout, part of the coaching staff of the Birmingham Bolts. Coach, thanks for joining us. When you coach this age group, when you travel with this age group, you do it as a coach and a dad. It's got to be some kind of spectacular for you. It's about making memories, growing, but when you look at the level of play of these talented young players, it's a good level of softball as well. You've got to be proud of all three things.
Yes, absolutely. Both teams, coming from the Southeast, we know a lot of these kids. We see them day in and day out every weekend. Some of them we go to lessons together, go to school together. So from both sides of the fence, I'm very excited about the opportunity.
So I asked Amanda Freed, sitting next to me, fellow broadcaster and former Olympian, what she looks for when she watches this 10-year-old talent. I'll ask you, what are some of the key things you look for?
Looking for hustle, high IQ, good families at this age is important, and just the willing to compete at a high level.
Communication then, good families, that's interesting, and that's something we all learn as parents as part of sports and club sports, how important it is. With regard to communication, speak to me a little bit about the Bolts program, how much they mean to their families, to the athletes, and just what standards they stand for.
Well, I couldn't be thankful enough for the opportunity Mr. Richard Shea has provided for the entire organization. The amount of time and resources that he invests into the program is bar none. So for all the coaches and families involved in all ages, it's just a big family, and that's the thing that we strive for, and that's what we look for in our prospective players.
Tell us a little bit about the center fielder. You know anything?
A little bit.
What do you got for us?
She's fast. I love her to death. I'm happy for her. I can be hard on her, but she knows what to expect, and hopefully this experience will transition into her adult life, and she'll take this and enjoy it.
A lot of parents are envying that spot in which you're standing. Enjoy it.
Thanks, Coach.
Outstanding stuff down there. What a great treat it is. Quan Green, his daughter Jasmine Green, the center fielder. That one sails high and away. This is Hadley Gardner. Hadley Gardner has been a part of a lot of winning as a young player as well as on the basketball court. Really solid basketball player as well. Does her learning at home. She's homeschooled, family at home with mom Jody and dad Josh. She's got a younger brother, Gus. Pops that one back our way. There was a peaceful approach to Quan there, but he did admit I can be hard on her.
Yeah, you wonder, but what he couldn't have said it better, how thankful they are to be here, and you know your kid better than anybody. So at the end of the day, you go home, you love her up, and make sure she knows that, first of all, you're dad.
Olivia makes the play there, a couple of steps. Olivia Fagard ranging to her right. Back to the top of the order. In Brindley Bain. So Brindley grounded out to third back in the first inning. Tiffany and Tommy, mom and dad. Instead of both parents at home, mom was the more versatile athlete. Tiffany, mom was a softball player, basketball player, and a runner, cross-country runner as well. It's hard to find at this age, and even all the way up to the 18Us, anyone that, when given the opportunity to talk about their academic, doesn't have something good to say, and we speak, whether it's in person with them or through questionnaires, and you can't really get away with not making good decisions and competing even at this level, let alone when you get older. Kind of all goes hand in hand. One hopper out to third, on across the diamond for the second out.
I think you're exactly right. I think that's one of the best benefits of playing organized sports at a high level, is that not only are you instilling excellence on the field and your work ethic, but it translates into the classroom. And for the most part, every area of your life, and you see so many versatile and talented young women, both on the field and in the classroom.
Rolled out to the right side. Firing in time for the out. Esther White made them make a play. Plays to honor her dad, Scott White. That time she made herself a tough out. We move on to the bottom of the third. 1-1 our score at the 10U. One of the great parts of Bill Barber Park, the practice facilities beyond. You can see the souvenir setup, but just this gorgeous stadium. Softball stadium through and through. Enjoying the perks of winning and getting to the championship. Jay Ross is inside of the Fury dugout from out of Rockville, Tennessee, this great program. We were talking with Coach Quan Green, coach in the other dugout. First of all, it's just part of the journey when you get together with families. The communication is key. You travel across country. Now the reward is you've won a lot of ball games. This whole journey over the last week plus has to be very rewarding for you and your families.
Yes, sir. It's been a great experience for all of us. The kids have continued to learn and grow. Traveling cross country is never easy when you're living in a hotel room and restaurants every night, but it's been a lot of fun.
They're making some friends and memories, though, aren't they, Coach?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Lifelong memories.
Tell me a little bit about your families, because at this age group, communication is key. So the families matter, and you matter. You guys have to handle the way you communicate at a high level. Is that a standard for the Fury program?
Yes, it's an absolute standard. The families understand when they come into this program that, we're a high-risk, high-reward program that demands a lot out of the kids. The parents have completely bought into the program and extremely supportive of what we do.
All right, give us the coach's scouting report on Miss Brown in the circle, because it's been fun watching her work. When she's right, what is she doing?
She's a hard thrower. She keeps the ball down and away. She can sneak the ball by someone. She's got a very deceiving changeup when it's on. Really sets up her fastball.
Yeah, very uncomfortable swing there. Jay, thank you very much. Did you get to the beach yet?
No. No beaches until after this is over.
All right, it's there waiting on you. It's there waiting on you. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Talk about discipline.
Coach Jay Ross has not been to the beach there. It's not going anywhere. It's there waiting on him. I think I'd have already been. I would have already snuck over there at some point.
Let's take a peek.
Got to do something when the kids fall asleep early, right? Because they're all going right to bed at 7:30 when you tell them to. This is Ashlyn Burns. She struck out back in the first inning. Burns off the end of the bat, single hop, backhand, long throw. Made it look easy, Mrs. O.E. Smith, didn't you? This gorgeous DeAnna Manning Stadium, the yard that PGF made famous. Celebration of softball at the 10U age level, and one of the great growths and one of the great joys of this great national tournament is this age group. Tennessee Fury, Birmingham Bolts, Gary Hanning, PGF Vice President, great softball legend with regard to the Batbusters team, and a visionary. When you look out here and you see the continued growth and the skill levels of these 10U players, how much does it make you guys excited that you decided to grow into this age group? I guess go down market a couple of years ago.
Yeah, we always intended to have a 10 and under division. Initially, it started with just 16s and 18s. And as we got access to more fields and more weeks, it allowed us the opportunity to do this.
How is this growing nationally? This is a national tournament in one location, but as you get more and more regional, how is the growth going for PGF at that level?
It's growing. There's the teams at this age and 12 and under, coming to California is not always easy for them if they're in the Midwest or the East. Oftentimes it's more convenient for them to go somewhere close to home, less expensive. But because of the broadcast and because of the reputation the tournament has developed, they want to come here.
That one skips into the dirt. The hitter is Alexa Carrasquillo. Gary Hanning joining us, talking about the past, which has just been joyous, and the future of PGF. Also the concept of showcasing your skills, not at this age group, but we really will see, starting up in this next 14-16 age group, a true college showcase as that one is rolled out to the right side. And a nice play there, pulled off the bag. Right off the bag, a little high throw. But once we get to next week, Gary, as we take another look at this one here for just a moment, once we get to next week, it's College Coach Central and a great opportunity for the 14s and 16s, right?
Yes, well, in today's world, showcases are so much overdone. And for the coaches, the college coaches, to be able to see kids play in a true championship environment is very meaningful.
The right call there is certainly made. Talking with Gary Hanning about the growth of Premier Girls fast pitch, the level of play. All right, this is the third one that I'm going to ask, because that one has popped to the right side. I asked coaches. I asked our fellow Olympian here. What do you look for at this age group? What are things that you, the college coach and that loves the game, and the high school coach, all the levels you've coached, travel coach, what are you looking for at this 10-year-old age group?
I think more than anything else, you look for kids that want to play. Physical ability is tough to discern sometimes. You can see who can run, who can throw. But the kids that really want to play, those kids tend to sustain their interest and tend to grow.
Boy, what a beautiful piece of hitting. Shot to the right side. Aggressive turn, maybe too aggressive. Can they cleanly grab it out? Yes. Long throw across the diamond. Throw goes away. The runner will end up moving into second, but a very aggressive turn all the way into third, and that's one of the rare moments of things just getting awry in this game. It's been very clean to this point. Gary Hanning joining us up in the broadcast booth. The what's next is what I'm asking. I'm so excited about technology, the relationship, being able to be a part of the growing media presence. What's your biggest what's next for PGF?
Well, next year we should have access to the Great Park in Irvine, which is another 5 to 8 beautiful fields right over there. And with that, we can expand the younger divisions. We don't really want to make the 18 Premier to where it gets diluted, but we can offer these kids another chance to play at another, really nice site. And there is so much technology in terms now of what they do with video and vision and stuff that even 10 years ago when Amanda played, it just wasn't there. But now it's all over the place.
Yeah, great relationships, Blast Sports, and obviously being able to analyze your swing. So many things that go into that. The Flow Sports relationship on the video side. Roll to the right side. That'll do it. Gary, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We are honored to be here. Keeping it right there at 1-1. Some defensive plays made. Things got a little messy for a moment, but in the end, we're in California, and it's 1-1. Communication is always key. Look, you're teaching the entire time. You can't just send them out there and let them play. Not at this point. This is when they're sponges the most.
I think you're exactly right. I think that's the biggest difference when you jump down into this 10U. Even the 12Us is every play is a teachable play, especially when things don't go the way that you want it to go. There's always something to learn. But I just love the interest in the coach and what he has to say and the discipline and the respect, and they're just soaking it up. And both of these coaching staffs have high expectations for their teams, and these programs and the reputation of the entire organizations really show that.
Right back through the circle and into center field. Boy, they were shifted around the other way quite a way, so that turns it into a double. McCall Sims was essentially playing rover in right center field. And because of that, a simple line drive to center is a double. Look at this.
Yeah, look at how far over Sim is into right field. Everyone's shaded, opening up the logo out there in center field. Perfect placement, this hit up the middle.
Tia Titi out of Oxford, Alabama. Big family. Mom Tufa played basketball and volleyball in high school. Dad is Robert. Changeup induces a swing and a miss to Tia. And a great vocabulary. I'm going to share something with you in a moment about her self-scouting report. And when you're doing a resume, right? I mean, look, we all have sought jobs. We all have done college applications. She's nearly ready at 10 to do those things. Tia, tell us your self-scouting report. And I quote as I read, a strong arm, power hitter, fast. That's all normal stuff, right? I mean, pretty good vocabulary as she swings through that one 1 and 2. Spectacular eye. Impeccable catcher. She's a catcher.
She's good.
We asked her I mean, we asked her. You're not walking up and seeking out and sharing. That's what I want. I want to know what you think you do well.
It's not just a good eye. It's spectacular. I think that needs to be clarified.
And that's a spectacular pitch and tough to deal with when you're dealing with a tough hitter, TT, who has had a great tournament. Curveball that disappeared away.
Yeah, just good placement off the plate on the outside corner. That's a good 2+ balls off the plate, but when you've got 2 strikes, great placement.
Right back out there, seeing if she can get another chase. Olivia Fagard, who tripled in the second inning. She snuck it past Ken Ziorski, the left fielder, and was off to the races. One and one to count. Off the end of the bat, behind the bag, diving stop. Does that save a run? Big aggressive turn. Now grabbing an extra bag. Wise base running from behind by Olivia. Played very nicely to save that run on the middle of the infield, but then again, you could tell Olivia was watching it very closely.
Yeah, this was a nice job getting that ball far enough up the middle, and a nice stop by Smith going far to get it a good throw home that holds the runner. But that deke over at third base by Taylor really allows Fagard over to second base.
One our score. One away. Bottom half of inning number 4. Beautiful pitch. Hits the outside corner. This is Madison Cromer. Idra mom. Jeffrey dad. Sister a softball player as well, Aubrey. Watching little things like the secondary lead out there by Olivia. Reading the pitch and then taking that big aggressive secondary lead, understanding how important her run is at second. Again, 10U.
I know, and sometimes I look out there and I forget that these girls are only 10 years old. They are competing at such a high level.
There's a young gal in that Fury dugout, not in the game today. Addison Linton, who's played up. She's played up from what we've been told as high as, in unique situations, single at bat or defensive plays, up as high as the 18U age group, driven into right field. It's down. 1 run is in. Big aggressive turn, trying to score that second run. The Bolts do. Madison Cromer with a base hit to right field.
And this is just some tremendous plate discipline. Look at the location of this pitch. Almost near that left-handed batter's box, goes with it. Great bat lag, nice extension. Opposite field hitting there by the 10-year-old, and that scores 2 runs.
So a change made in the circle. As Maya Holt
look again, so much discipline, sees the ball deep. Look at that front leg hitch. Gets that ball deep into her bat, or into her strike zone, and then sees it opposite field. That is a sign of a good disciplined hitter when you let that ball travel, you give it time, and then you let your hands and your body do the work. And you teach that at a high level to go opposite field, and then when you do, you compliment on the power and the discipline, and that's at the upper age levels.
Bailey Kenziorski takes over in the circle. Rolled to the right side, stepping on the bag. The second out of the inning. And a change made in left field as the DP, Hadley Gardner, who was already hitting, now will play defensively. That's Hadley Gardner in left field. Oh, baby, that changeup floats in there. And not much Ashley Allen wanted to do with that one. Good pitch. Allen grounded out to second, back in the second inning. Another back-to-back. Fun stuff.
Love that changeup. Just pulls the string on that pitch.
A third in a row, it's popped up. I got it. Why not? You're dealing it. A great move in the circle creates a positive step. Kenziorski takes over in the circle, but the Bolts, like a rainstorm in the deep south on a summer afternoon, Birmingham has arrived. Glad to have you with us all watching on Flow. Remember, later on tonight, 7:30 Pacific on ESPNU, the very best players in the country. The PGF second annual high school All-American game, an all-star game where the very best are gathered. Amanda and I are honored to do it. Everything at stake in the sense of just the ultimate showcase of skill and a great brainchild put together by PGF, and it's just fun. Legendary coaches, too, to say the least. Stay tuned for those coaches. Kendall Bryant leads things off, and that one flutters low and away. Bryant grounded back to the circle in the second inning. One hopper. Third. They can play some defense out there. As we said, there was one momentary lapse defensively, but this has been a well-defended game. Three to 1 the score. The Bolts on top. Top half of inning number 5. 12U title game coming up next. The Georgia Impact, great representation in that game out of Ringgold, Georgia against the Hot Shots Gold out of Houston, Texas at the 12U age group. Kaylin Sims. Disinterested in that one. Matter of fact, the Georgia Impact team at the 12U age group, an example of how things can get crazy if you would like to make it here and you lose. They had to play 5 games yesterday and won them all.
Now, it can be done. It's not fun at times. Well, I should say it's fun. It should be fun. But it's a lot of hard work. If you fall into that loser's bracket, you've got to really want to be out here and want to make it to today in order to get past those 5 games.
Boy, and at the 10, 12, even maybe 14-year age group, I would imagine the players at times just hit the wall.
Yeah.
There's something better to do. I mean, with all due respect, I mean, at 47, I could hit the wall playing that. You know what I mean? I mean, as much as you want to be there, that's a new experience for any athlete, playing that many games.
Well, and to stay mentally in every pitch of every game for 5 consecutive games at this kind of a level is difficult.
Sims reaches with a walk, and I only mentioned the upcoming 12U game because a very bleary-eyed head coach, Michael Langston, just came in and handed you the scouting reports for his team. Looked like a guy who had coached 5 emotional games yesterday.
Well, then you go out to your team today and say, hey, you guys, we got one. We got one game. That's going to feel like an inning compared to yesterday. So let's just leave it out on the field. I promise there's one.
I love that perspective. Hadley Gardner lined hard to short back in the 3rd inning. She watches that one sail up and away. As far as her school accomplishments academically, homeschooled, maybe a little bit different. She completed, as she shared with us, Memory Masters. It's telling your teacher everything you've learned in school, the programming test for homeschool, and she's already moved well ahead. So taking care of her academics as a homeschooler and doing it very well. That means Jody and Josh do a great job. That's mom and dad. Hadley takes right down the middle. Hadley gets those hands extended, base hit left field. Coming right on back. Here in the top half of inning number 5, trailing it 3-1.
I just can't get over watching Gardner's approach at the plate. She's in that number 9 spot. In her last at-bat, she lined out to center field, but she has been putting some good swings on some good pitches, and she generates a lot of power out of that little frame. You can just tell she's a good little athlete.
And a pretty good one in her own right now. Brinley Bain at the top of the order. She has gone the other way twice in an attempt to slap out to 3rd. A couple of 5-3 groundouts. One away. Changed up, hit the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Good all-around athlete. Her inspiration for working hard athletically, Steph Curry. Eagleville Middle School. And as we told you earlier, Rockville, Tennessee is about 45 minutes southeast of Nashville. Showed bunt for just a moment, takes another shot the other way. Great shot of a wristband with those lean young arms all the way up under her shirt. Well, if I need to check my signs, they're up on my guns up there. Way up under there. Turns out one size doesn't fit all. Look at the aggressive base running. That gets out a little bit of weight. Now that's a game changer. She takes another shot at that left side, has a base hit. And by the way, they're really playing her the other way too.
Yep.
Very shallow in the outfield. Should she happen to pull one to right center, she may run all the way to the beach. She takes a shot that way again. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Bolts softball is the call from down below. Middle of the diamond, base hit, 1 run scores. They'll stop the second base runner. Go on into second. Why not? He just kept on running. Again, they were playing her dramatically the other way. That was simple dying line drive right over the circle.
I think she saw that hole open up the middle, and she actually manipulated this outside pitch to go right where the players aren't. That'll score 1 run easily. Number 2 holds up on 3rd, and then Bain takes second.
Esther White drives it to right. Play is made. No tag going on there. You can tell that decision for Burns just to catch the ball, mainly watch the runner at third. She wasn't as much looking at that runner at second.
Yeah, she sees how hard this is hit, and then look at how much space there is. That's Bain getting a huge jump. She thinks that ball's going to fall in. She could have been doubled up.
Roll to third. Foul ball. Foul ball. Well, that nearly touched. How did that not touch the glove of Wortham?
That was really close.
You know, the thing about it is, if it's touched, it's fair no matter what. It looked like it got her glove there. Well, she's fortunate she missed it.
Yep.
By the way, Esther White scalded that softball. I mean, really hit it hard. I don't want to get too far past the contact that Esther made there. Alexia Carrasquillo, who singled back in the first inning, reached again in the fourth inning. That one is high and away, 2-1 the count. Mom is Wanda, dad is Raul. She has two older sisters, Ashley and Amanda. 2-1, drives it, right field, well struck, it's down! We are tied, keep on running, a triple for Carrasquillo.
Wow, so much strength in this swing. Look at this pitch down and outside. Drops her barrel and gets it just down the right field line. That'll drop in, and then she is wheeling around. 2-run score all the way to third base.
Ties the game and grabs the lead with one big swing of the bat to the opposite field. A 4-3 Fury lead. Will make mom and dad certainly proud. Mia Brown. Mia pops that one up. That one is put away. The Fury come right back after the Bolts. That deep south thunderstorm. The Fury, that big leg kick, get that foot down and drive it. Miss Carrasquillo with a key RBI, you bet. Four to 3 is the score. No balls and 1 strike to count as we move to the bottom half of the 5th inning with Brantley Wortham leading it off. Change up a beauty, drops in there just off the plate. Haley Kenziorski stepped in from that flex position, playing in left field to work in the circle. She has proven to believe in that changeup a lot. Beautiful swing off the end of the bat, single right field. Brantley is on.
Now that's some good hitting. You see that changeup came in the pitch before. We saw how effective that was for Kenziorski last half inning. So she threw that changeup, and then she came with a hard down and out, and she was able to adjust to the speed.
Rise ball sails up. An aggressive throw. It doesn't get far enough away as it skips by. All right, Jasmine Green. Your opportunity now. A couple of well-struck ground ball outs in the first and the third inning. Off the end of the bat, nearly found a spot there, but couldn't. Closing that Bermuda triangle out there. Zoe Smith, a nice job over her shoulder to make the play. The Fury out of Rockville, Tennessee. The Bolts out of Birmingham, Alabama. The Southeast, very well represented here. Both these teams undefeated. The 10U PGF National Championship with Amanda Freed. I'm Darren Sutton. Producer John Walsh in the truck. Glad to have you with us. It's a fun pitch.
It is a fun pitch. That's a tough pitch because when you see it coming, she throws it so slow that you could have time to reset, but it's almost at a speed where it's difficult to do that. You have to go up there and make a decision. You're either going to wait for the changeup because she's been throwing at least one every hitter, or you're going to lay off the changeup until you have 2 strikes and look for something harder.
Ashlyn Burns took a look at that one, and it sails high, 2-1 the count. Well, if you're thinking at all about that changeup, though, literally, and I know we're talking about the 10U age group, that was blown by her.
No, absolutely. The way that she throws her changeup makes her fastball look like it's almost 60 miles an hour.
Right there, throw it once, get it in their head. You don't have to throw it again. Ashlyn Burns goes down on strike, the pride of Oxford, Alabama.
I think that's such a good point, and how critical it is to develop that off-speed pitch is it doesn't matter how hard you throw. If you have an off-speed pitch, it makes your quick pitches look even faster, and it sets them up. It gets it in the hitter's head that she might come with something slow, and then it's hard to trigger.
That one missed high. She's giving herself the business right away. That changeup flutters, 1-0 the count. Ambry Taylor out of Jasper, Alabama. Curry Middle School. A student every class she took in elementary school. She was on that one. 1-1 the count. Missed away, 2-1 the count. Caitlin Lee, Ole Miss. That's who Ambry Taylor loves to watch play. Energy, pride in her game. It's one of her inspirations for grinding and enjoying this sport at a young age. By the way, Ambry pitches quite well. Inside corner. Little screwball there. That was a different look.
Yeah, she's been going off speed and outside and then sneaks that one right on the inside corner.
Well, now what? I mean, if I have a bat in my hand, now what? Here it is.
Yeah, look at how nicely she threads the needle there right near the knees.
To the right side. Amazing holding on, nearly colliding Kendall Bryant out there with Brindley Bain. What a play by Kendall. Great defense this morning. Great defense. Now the key is here. Avoid your teammate. 4-3 is the score as we move to the top of the 6th inning. Fury looking to add on. The Tennessee Fury. A class of 2024. Top of the 5th inning was when noise was made for them. Walk started it. Sims, then Gardner with the single here. Bain with an RBI. And then Carrasquillo to right. Love that opposite field power. Miss Freed, love it.
I'll tell you, these hitters starting to come through. A little station-to-station hitting and then unleashing the power. A lot of opposite field hitting. Really nice swings at this age group. I'm telling you, discipline, control. I love it.
So away we go now with Hallie Meeks for the Fury. They'd love more. Pulls it back, takes belt high right down the middle. Meek singled in the 4th inning. Grounded out in the 1st inning. Hello, right place, right time. Holt has the glove go up, reacted just fine, thank you very much. Mia Holt makes the play there.
Good reactions out there in the circle. Right back at it. Doesn't even look like she thinks about it. The glove just goes where the ball is. A nice catch. Brings it in like it's no big deal.
Maya with a nice reaction there. Miss Holt with the play. Zoe Smith. Maya Holt fires it low, and the count is 2-0. Zoe's mom is Ashley, dad is Josh. And when we were talking with Zoe, she loves Sid Romero, loves watching Sydney play. To the right side, pretty swing. Up out over the plate, you don't try to pull it. Just let the bat path do the work. Nice level swing.
Yeah, these young pitchers are throwing the ball at a pretty high velocity, so you really don't have to swing that hard. We're seeing it here, these two clubs doing a good job of just leveling out their swing and punching the ball into the field. Take a look at this pitch location and the path of her barrel. Hands stay nice and level. She gets to contact and then stays through it really well.
Kendall Bryant's opportunity now. Holds that bat high. Slightly closed stance for the slapper and tries to shoot one by on the third base line. PGF 10U National Championship game on a gorgeous Irvine, California day with the light breeze blowing out to right. Keeping things mild in the sunshine as we head into the month of August in Southern California. Great experience for these teams and all of their mates at this age group. Got an extended corner there. Close to the lines as that one misses outside. Last year it was the Tennessee Mojo team out of Winchester, Tennessee, victorious, beating a Texas team, Intensity South. So even last year at this age group, or California team certainly with pride. OC Batbusters Cisneros, SoCal Athletics Hayward, Batbusters Luwan. But it was a team from Tennessee and Texas that landed here. Changeup never got there. 2-2 the count. Regional play, a big part of it, earning your way here. Going and winning a qualifier, so many teams have had to do that. Screwball with some sort of real English on it, disappeared, a swing and a miss.
And a good job of working off the plate with 2 strikes. Holt looking strong here in the 6th inning out there in the circle.
McCall Sims takes a low strike just below the knees. Great opening ceremonies, a wonderful experience. Jake Miller performed live on stage here. Hit hard out to short. On across the diamond. A clean inning, hoping to gain some momentum. A couple of more shots for the great squad out of Birmingham, Alabama. But right now, the Fury, they lead it 4-3, 10U National Championship game in beautiful Irvine, California. Tonight on ESPNU with national team members Adams, Cheryl, and Toe leading the way, and coaches like Jenny Ritter, Crystal Busto, Susie Brasney, Jenny Finch, DeAnna Young, Tony Mascarenas. It's the PGF All-American game, a gathering of the best prep players in the land, a wonderful opportunity, legendary coaches leading the way. It's just a real showcase and a chance to show their stuff, a celebration of softball. Maybe that's the best way to put it, a real celebration of softball. Tonight we'll have it for you, 7:30 ESPNU. Tia Titi takes high and away, 1-0 the count. Tia today is 0 for 2, but this event has belonged to her. She's got 8 hits, a pair of walks. She's been hit by a pitch. Pitch away, beat her away. Defense unable to make the play, though, for the Furies. So she'll take that break. Bain just got spun a couple of times. Almost went one way, then another. By the time she regained it, she couldn't get there.
Right out in right field, playing deep for the power. So this is Bain's ball over there at second base. Does a little misstep, turns her body, and just not able to handle that.
2 hits today for Olivia Fagard. Pushes that one foul off to the right side. Olivia's tripled, she is singled, which means she's got 10 hits on this tournament.
And now she's just looking for a sacrifice. So the best thing that she could do right now, either put that bunt down, put something soft down in the dirt. You want to move TT over to second base. Get your team that tie and run into scoring position.
Love that shot a moment ago of the passion in the dugout as that one into the dirt. The runners move up. The runner, I should say, moves up into scoring position. Two and 1 to count. Olivia has been in the heart of it all. Tripled and scored back in the second. Scored again in the fourth. Key centerpiece for big rallies. They're letting her hit, and for good reason. There's no bunt to speak of at all the way around to score the tying run. Tia Titi, and Olivia continues what has been an amazing afternoon. Her 3rd hit, and this tournament has belonged to her, 11 on the tournament.
And look at this, shows the bunt, pulls it back. Look at how far in Esther White is at third base. Good thing this wasn't any further down the line. He sees that into left field, wheels it around. That's the tying run that scores.
And on a quick bunt, Cromer drops it down, and Olivia moves up. Olivia Fagard moves up to second base. So a sac bunt for Cromer. The go-ahead run now in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Here it is one more time. A little check swing. A little didn't mean to bunt. Worked out fine. In on the knuckles, and that one is fouled off. Yikes. Maya Holt She has walked. She's got 7 hits on this tournament. And Maya's driven in 6 runs. There's an RBI right there waiting. Changeup, stayed back as long as she could. Funky spin on the infield, got her! Bain stayed with it. Runner does move to third, but a 4-3 big second out.
And this is a big out, a nice play. Waited back on the changeup, hits it, gets a lot of spin on it, but then Bain with the concentration and a strong flip, strong enough over to first base to get the out.
Long conversation, Ashley Allen and Quan Green. Coach Green walks back to his spot. Ashley out of Cleveland, Tennessee, ready to go. That was a great shot of her fingers, not gripping the bat too tight. A lot of young hitters, I think, just squeeze the life out of that bat. That's a relaxed approach. That's a mature approach.
Especially in a big situation like this.
You bet. 4-4 score. 2-0 the count. Never got there. A 3-0 changeup.
I love the adjustment made from pitch to pitch.
Good to be young right now, Ashley. I can't even imagine what you're thinking after a 3-0 changeup. Maybe too young to overthink and just react. Oh boy, 3-2 the count. But again, the effectiveness of the pitch that followed the straight pitch, it blew it by her.
Oh yeah.
She took it out of the catcher's mitt. This is a quick hand, dangerous hitter.
Well, now in a 3-2 situation, you're expecting something quick, but she will throw that changeup.
She went in on the hands, tied her up. A 3-0 changeup made all the difference in the world and got her out of that mess. In the inning, though, Olivia, who has had such an incredible day, came through. Yet another single, yet another big hit, a 3-hit day. 4-4's our score. Boy, friendly skies today beyond belief. Deep, deep blue California skies here in Irvine, California. Glad to have you with us, spending the later part of the morning into the afternoon with us. 4-4 is our score. This is what occurred in a very special, yes, PGF 18U Platinum Division title game. Tied at 4 heading into the final inning. 4 key teams have competed for titles to this point. Well, the tradition has been bucked. None of them Southern California teams. At the 18U Platinum, Central v. Northern California teams up north here, and then you have Tennessee and Alabama represented. Next game, by the way, Georgia and Texas.
I love that. It's all over.
A great movement on that, turned it over there. Change speeds on a screwball. Hadley's trying to hang in there. Hadley Gardner. Great shot over the shoulders of Quan Green. And the count is 0-2. Keeping an eye on his daughter, Jasmine, who's the center fielder for the Bolts. Strong program. Kids and athletes traveling from long distances in the South to be a part of what goes on there. 1-2 the count. Good 0-2 pitch. Had a great personality. TT behind home plate doing a nice job keeping that one there. Dying in left center field, but the gap is closed by Jasmine. One away. Brindley Bain now. Single, drove in a run in the 5th inning. One and 0 the count to Brindley. Slaps, foul. We'll do it one more time. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for the Fury out of Tennessee. 4 runs, 7 hits, and 2 miscues for the Bolts out of Birmingham, Alabama. No interest in that one. That one sails right on by. Slaps that one foul. 2 and 2 the count. The Bolts, as a club, were founded back in 2005 in Irondale, Alabama. 2-field complex, field turf surface. Indoor facility, a 13,000 square foot indoor facility. One of the leaders in their space. Screwball gone. Bain unfortunately didn't have a chance. This is an excellent hit.
Maya Holt has been in there from the beginning, and she just continues to get stronger as this game goes on. But she's doing a really nice job working that ball off the plate, particular to the lefties.
Esther White sees that screwball get called for a strike. A lot of love for her father, inspiring her to do her best. It's just Dad at home, and her grandmother helps an awful lot as well, so she's really proud of Scott and the work he does. Change up 0-2. That means sisters Grace and Abigail pitch in too. 15 years old, 8 years old. Strong family unit. Esther White is homeschooled. Down she goes. She'll try to run it out and hustle down there. To the bottom half of inning number 7 we go. Sims due up. Esther White. Some outstanding bats for the Bolts. In the bigger dugouts, they call it top stepping it. In the youth ages, it's up against the fence, and if you're supporting in the stands, it's over the rail. Obviously, multiple age groups successfully representing this Birmingham Thunderbolts program. Love this. Going down to support their little sisters, if you will. Trying to walk them off. Boy, great stuff. Nice job. Our production crew, as always, here in Southern California, the group that has traveled from the United States to put together each year this great show. It's one of the many on-the-mark shots that we see. Brantley Wortham leads it off. And I'm guessing she was looking for a changeup. Kenzie Orski has shown that great slow changeup. That's the one. Well, she showed it. I think all you have to do is show it.
Yeah, you got to know you're going to get one. So again, make the decision. If you see it early in the count, you like it. If you can sit back on it, drive it.
In on the hand, dives out there in front of the shortstop. The throw is wide. She stays put. Good decision. Nothing doing on the throw there. That's a single no matter what. Just one of the most fortunately placed baseballs because this is not a bad pitch.
Yeah, no, in on the hands, just muscles it into that 5-6 hole. And then she wheels it down there, but Smith goes over, does a good job of getting that ball and making a strong throw. A little high, but as you mentioned, nothing to do with the play. That's safe.
Really, really tight in the corners, looking for the bunt from Green, who drops it down foul. White and Meeks are about 3 steps away from her, or so it appears. Quick conversation with Dad about the situation.
Yeah, she does have some power at the plate, so you have to be careful not to commit too hard on the corners. She's still young, but she will learn to read those defenders and make a decision based on that, even though it's a sacrifice situation. If they get too close, you can slap it right by them.
Let's see if that, in fact, does come up at all. They are really tight. A lot of room in right. She's swinging. How about that? She is flat out swinging. And you were on that a little bit, Amanda.
You know, they just keep getting a little bit closer, and it's a good assumption that a bunt will be put down. But as a corner, you want to creep a little, but you don't want to commit too much because then you're going to get caught against the power.
There's some holes out there if she pulls the softball, and that's the pitch you'd want to do it with. They're playing her like a right-handed pull hitter. Right center field is wide open. Game over if she hits the ball out there.
That's tempting right now.
Pops that one up, maybe took a shot there. It dives. Funky spin. Can they get it out as they bang together? They do get the lead runner. So Green with very good speed is on. And I think you have to take that into account at this point, as she is the winning run. A pair of stolen bases for Green. Ashlyn Burns. Bottom half of the 7th inning. Andrew is dad. Amy is mom. Got a chase away. Spun that one a bit of curveball. Dives outside. Ashlyn, it's knocked down. Second out of the inning. That being said, the winning run is at second. And Ambry Taylor gets her chance. Doubled and scored in the 4th. Good conversation in the circle. Everyone pulled together. Coach Green chatting with Ambry Taylor. Very little strategy as a coach, I would imagine, more psychology at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that winning run and the end of the game is on second base, so you have to let your players know, like, it's a do or die situation. Don't be cute in the outfield. Don't try to be perfect even. You just got to get that ball in as quick as you can. This run does not score.
And if you're running out there at second base, the moment that softball is touched in Green, you go, go, go. A little anticipation. Boy, she took a huge secondary lead. I think Dad just coached her up and she was ready. Once that pitch crossed home plate, she exploded off the bag. There's a pint-sized win right there, should that run score. Boy, on it, right on that pitch, 1-1 the count. Shoots it right back to the screen, Ambry Taylor.
This is a good swing. This pitch misses just a little bit too much over the plate. Ambry nearly takes advantage of it.
See if that talks the coaches into calling for a changeup here. Nope. Right back outside, 1-2 the count.
She's in your head too. You got to be thinking about it.
Well, here's the thing about that changeup. It has not been put firmly in play at all.
No.
Even when it misses, it sends a message.
Yeah.
And if it's put in play for a decisive play, it'd be the first time. The 1-2. Nope, stays firm. And again, more aggressiveness as the winning run. Shallow, obviously, in the outfield. Maybe a step the other way. Otherwise, infield playing back and really, truly straight up. Change up, foul back to the screen.
We knew it was coming at some point. He barely kept the hands back enough to get a piece of it. That's why he's hitting there. Loses the bottom half a little bit, keeps the hands back, and just flicks it out of the way.
Doesn't get a bite on that one.
Nah, it's a good at-bat.
You think about it, that's the pitch. The changeup and then a kind of a mini rise ball to follow. That's the one you win, and she took it. Had her set up perfectly. That's a heck of a take. Winning run at second. 3-2, hacked it that one up. Back to the screen it goes. Fun to watch you work, Miss Taylor. Certainly we can say the same thing about Miss Kenzie Orski in the circle. Daly spins that softball in on the hands. And it's a rocket shot foul. Peeks at her grid, the signs from behind those specs. She's flipping Clark Kent to Superman quickly if in fact she could score. Up, popped up, is there room? Diving attempt, no play made. Wow, what an effort. Carrasquillo behind home plate just went all out for it.
Now this is a tough play. It looks almost playable, but nothing more that she could do. Good effort on that. Nice diving attempt.
Three and two the count. Change up, popped up, back of short. They put in play. It's a huge out. Oh, baby, that pitch is a weapon. How much fun to watch Kenzie Orski, crafty. What do you do with it? Maybe take a dog for a walk before you swing. 4-4 is our score. And again, it was an early lead, a 3-1 lead, and some action.
Some action off the bat to the Fury, going opposite field down that line. That'll score a couple of runs, and that gives Fury the lead. But then the Bolts coming right back, get that game tied up with a nice shove the bunt, bringing it back and driving it into the left field. So we stand the end of 7 complete innings, tied score 4-4.
Esther White made the final out. That means she should trot out to second base. In this, an international tiebreaker rule, you go ahead and you put with nobody out, a runner at second base. And leading it off, Alexia Carrasquillo, who tripled to the right side deep up against the wall back in the 5th inning, singled in the 1st inning. So away we go. Tournament play, looking to get a decision. Love this rule. To the right side. And he would love to see it at every level, every game, regular season, no matter what. I'm one. Either diamond sport, please.
And I love to see the coach's approach to the situation as well. Usually it's, a go-to bunt situation, not here.
1-1 the count. Well, that's the key, right? I mean, how do you roll the dice? Do you play for multiple runs?
Exactly, yeah. And where you are in the lineup and whether they're on or not. We saw Carrasquillo come up with that big hit down the line, so you give her an opportunity to swing her bat. You hope worst case scenario she puts it hard on the ground and moves the runner.
Two balls and one strike the count. Middle of the diamond, into center field. They'll send the runner on around. Green is up with it. She fires home. Aggressive running. Caught a skew into second. She trades places with her. The Fury with the run. Caught a skew with the single and an RBI. And it looks like, unfortunately, Maya Holt is down. She jumped for that one, twisted her ankle, not quite sure what happened. I know the softball, see if the softball got her as it went through the circle.
Yeah, I think that's the case. That ball was hit very hard, and it almost looked like she was able to get her glove on it, but I think it ricocheted off her knee. It's hard to tell with the runner and defenders crossing in front, but here's a better look at that.
Got the inside of her right knee.
Yeah, you could see the deflection of the ball changes direction slightly. It wasn't a dead-on shot, but enough to shake her up a bit.
So I hope she's okay. Let's see if once she gets up on us, she's able to shake it off. She's been so good. My goodness, it's been fun to watch her pitch in this game. Now that we see she's going to hang in there. You've talked about her a little bit. Pull some more thoughts out for us on Maya Holt.
Well, we're in the 8th inning, and she just continues to get stronger, and she's keeping her team in this ball game. And this is a very talented Fury team. She's held them to just the 4 runs. Her team is in the ball game, 5 now. But she did start this inning with a runner on second base. But she has done a tremendous job of limiting the base runners and keeping her team in this ball game.
Andrew Burns, Quan Green out there. All right. Not surprised. She's going to toss a few. I'm good, Coach. Let's go back to work.
Yeah.
All right, Mia Brown now. In a 5-4 game. Waited for a moment to get a fresh set of signs from that third base coach's box. She's got them. Screwball hits the outside corner. Good pitch. 0-1 the count. Todd is dad. Sarah is mom. In Mia Brown's home. Older sister Ella. Younger sister Sophie. Goes to work. Chopper to the right of the bag. Runner moves to third. Taylor makes the play, but a huge run advancing. With Carrasquillo, if she were able to find home plate, that would mean everything. Same set of circumstances on the other side for the Bolts. They'll start with that runner out there at second, too.
And
So you had a second run.
Well, yeah, you almost have to assume that you're going to score that run.
Right.
That's a given runner on second base. You get a sacrifice and then
Popped up right side. Huge, huge out. Boy, there's part of your story.
Yep, that's a huge out right there.
Meeks pops that one up.
There's a big difference in ITB of getting just that one run and grabbing two.
Responding after being hit with a firm one hopper. Maya Holt just fine. Trying to strand that runner at third. It's the outside corner with a curveball there. One versus 2 runs in international tiebreaker. Changes every decision the Bolts will make. Popped up right side. Will they strand that runner? They will. So what will it be for the Bolts? Will it be a bunt and play for a tie? Well, I guess we'll see. If you're going to go by that one, you go for the win. Look, if you're living with that mantra, you're going for the freaking win. So Amanda Freed, these are young players, obviously. I think if you're dealing with a U18, a college program, or an international program at an Olympic level, maybe it's a different discussion. But it's fun to have either way because evolutionary rules are a great part of the game. And these young players, this will be all they know, unique rules and a sport growing up. So I ask you, you have TT, Fagard, Cromer, all really good hitters in a row. Walk me through the decisions the Bolts make here.
Well, you have to score one run. It'd be nice to just get up there and swing your sticks and try and get that easy RBI single into the outfield, but bottom line is you have to score this one run. It'd be great to go for the win and get a couple of back-to-back hits, but if you don't score this one, game's over. So unfortunately, you have to play it a little bit safe.
Got it.
But
Got it.
I don't know this team as well as the coaches know this team, so hey, they might be giving them the green light and see if they can hit some grass.
TT leads things off. C.E. Hanna Elementary School. The Birmingham Bolts down 1 in the international tiebreaker in extra innings. A sign of bunt taking high. Ambry Taylor is the base runner. She made the last out. Inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. What good pitch. My goodness. All of a sudden spinning it in. We haven't seen much of that.
Well, we have the re-entry of Mia Brown now into the circle coming back. She took a little bit of a break there, and
Kenzie Orski was so good. And the changeup so effective. Now Brown, who pitched earlier. Different style of pitcher for sure. That style, rise ball, strike 3. Huge first out. Wow.
now that's a big out, and that's, you want to say that's why you go to the bunt, but when you take these big hacks against a power pitcher, you tend to make not the best decisions.
To the right side, it's down. They send the runner on around to throw to the plate. Not in time. It's cut off. We're tied.
And then they make you eat your words. Who needs to put down that bunt?
That's 4 hits for Olivia. 4 for Olivia Fagard. A 4-hit day.
Wow, and she just comes up again, up the middle right side with this hit. Beautiful piece of hitting. Comes through with the RBI.
One and 0 the count to Madison Cromer. Taylor came on down to score. It is a different look for Mia Brown, isn't it? There's some electricity in that right arm. Now playing for the win. Tall task against Brown. Two and two the count.
These Bolts really haven't had to adjust to the hard in the past few innings. So now trying to play catch up with that running screwball or inside fastball that Brown's delivering.
Pulled the string back, just missed outside. Not quite as tantalizing and slow as her mate Ken Siorsky, but a really good pitch. In on the hands, roller. To the bag, one, on to first, double play! We move on to the ninth inning. They went for it. There was no bunt that inning. They didn't come all this way from Birmingham, Alabama to bunt. We'll see how it plays out. The defense was there. Maybe that's the momentum as we head into the ninth inning.
Hi, my name is Taylor Dawkins. I'm a PGF All-American and I'm signed with Cal State Fullerton. And my favorite part about softball is it's very competitive and I just love the sport.
PGF All-American Classic coming up later on, and certainly seeing all of these talented games. And Taylor Dawkins, a story in her own right, and a very dynamic, heroic SB winner, High School Player of the Year, as awarded by USA Today, but battling a form of cancer, 3 tumors on the left lobe of her liver, in which she has moved up to the top of the list for a transplant. That just changes the story. I mean, the fact that she's effective at that level, and yet she, in a way, fights for her life, because in need of that liver transplant. We'll be honored to honor her tonight.
Yeah, it'll be really fun to watch her out there compete, and it really puts the game in perspective. And we talk about coming back from injuries and the rehab that takes, but the mental capacity to be able to overcome something like cancer and, you know, a liver transplant and all those things that go along with that. I mean, it's been a journey for her, and just a true testament to her character that she's been able to remain on top of her game and in such positive spirits.
All right, we go to the ninth inning with the international tiebreaker. As that one sails high, up and out of there. The double play ends things for the Bolts. Kendall Bryant looking out. She sees Zoe Smith out there at second base. That one misses wide. Fury trying to win it all. Showing bunt on 3-0, dropping it down foul. Interesting choice there.
Yeah, instead of just taking it and taking the chance that you'll draw that walk and get yourself on base. And as a pitcher in this situation, you throw to the bunt. You know, that there's no secret. She's trying to put that ball in play, feed it to your defense.
She's on. Sims now with a chance. Walked and scored, grounded out, struck out. And McCall Sims, we may have a decision to be made. The coaching staff for the Fury, Jay Ross, he and Tommy Bain, John Bryant, that coaching staff.
Chesney, let's go!
And they'll send a runner out. Chesney Cox will run. Yeah, he had, Coach Ross talked about not going to the beach yet. Hoping to end on a positive note, maybe take a trip over to the beach. He's all business. He was all business in that interview. The beach got him to loosen up a little bit. It does that to everyone, though. All right, here we go. Sims pushes that bunt to the right side. Boy, was that a pretty bunt. Is anybody there? No, not in time. Late arriving, Ambry Taylor, bases loaded now. Boy, Smith was the runner. The walk earned by Bryant, and then Sims, obviously running out front. The speed now of Cox, who came on to run for Zoe Smith. So Chesney Cox, Kendall Bryant, McCall Sims. And now Hadley Gardner. Gardner, who bats in that 9 slot, line is short, singled and scored, fly to center.
She can definitely get that ball out of the infield. Everybody's really pinched in.
Roller, right side, bad hop, 1 run will score. Another run, come on down to throw to third, gets away, runners on second and third. It's a 7-5 lead, still nobody out in this fateful 9th inning. That one ate up Taylor at second base. Took a tough hop.
It did a good job getting that ball to the right side. It takes a hop really high up into Taylor's chest. She's not able to knock it down. Gets by her. The second run scores. And then McCall Sims gets herself over to third base. Still no outs in this inning.
And Brindley Bain now. They gather. A visit to the mound made by Quan Green.
Hey, this is fun. This is what the game's about. You gotta love the these games.
Yeah! Yeah! Go Bears to cheer. Bears, let's go. Let's cheer. Stay there. Let's go. Yeah!
10 hits for the visitors from Tennessee, the Fury squad. Let's go, Brindley, they chant from that first base dugout. That screwball darts over the outside corner. Maya Holt, who has worked this entire game. Brindley bunts that one third base line, and it's foul. So Bain 1 for 4. He's got 4 hits on the tournament. Walked a couple of times. He's battled the strikeout bug prior to today, but struck out only once today. See what she can do 0-2. Boy, look at her choke up on the bat. What a great effort. Where do you go now? Well, you're safe. That's where you go. Protecting 0-2. She clearly choked about halfway up the bat and just wanted to make contact.
And that's why slappers are so hard to defend. They're not trying to do anything too special. Just put the ball in play. Look at how high up her hands go. Just a little bit of a poke at that ball, trying to put it in play, make something good happen, which she does. You know, it's a good effort on the part of the base runners as well, who kind of had to take a decent lead to draw some interest from Wortham over there at third base.
That's what Sims did. 1-0 the count to Esther White. That one gets by far enough for a run to score. Three runs on in the inning. There is not a single out on the board. Two and 0 the count. White, who singled and scored in the first inning. Looks like a chance for Ashlyn Burns to maybe come on. Green goes to right field. Holt goes to center field. And looks like Ashlyn Burns is going to take her turn in the circle.
Chance, way to run.
From right field, Ashlyn Burns goes to work. And Burns, good opportunity for her, and goes to work for her fourth time. Look at this. Taking a look at what the pitcher does.
Even from the base, she's anticipating herself getting back up to bat this inning. I love the optimism.
All right, Esther White. That was Hadley Gardner, by the way. Esther White drops down a beautiful bunt. That's picked up just foul by Ashlyn Burns. We're talking about the strong family bond that keeps White's family strong, and how Dad and her sisters and grandmother are a big part of it. She said, and I quote, "My grandmother teaches me that no matter what happens, everything in life will be okay." Going through some challenges. This kind of pressure seems like nothing, and what do you do with that? Esther White. She's on for the second time, and it's good to see.
It's been the short game here for the Fury in this ninth inning, and just hammering it down the third base line and legging it out to first. It's creating that long throw and a long run.
That one gets by, and another run will score. And a miscue creates another opening and running right through the Fury. Runner moving all the way to third. 10-5 is the score now. Still nobody out. One and 0 the count, 10-5 the Fury as the count jumps to 2-0. Up next, the 12U National Championship game, the Georgia Impact, the team that had to play 5 games yesterday to get here. And that's high. Ball is called dead. And so things getting a little bit aggressive, and they call her out at third. Amanda Freed, it was a dead ball there a moment ago. It was called dead ball, and I'm not quite sure what exactly happened there. I know that the tag was made before it was called a dead ball.
Yeah, I think she was hanging off the third base just a little bit too long. If that ball's in the circle and there's no motion being made by the pitcher to attempt at you or the runner at first base, if that hand's not raised, the ball is dead and you have to get back to that base.
And so that's exactly what happened. 0-1 to count. This is what Amanda's talking about.
So that ball's in the circle, and you know, it was a split second, I think, where her motion went to home before she went back to third, while Burns in the circle was not attempting at her.
Popped that one up foul. No balls and 2 strikes to count. First out of the inning. And they add another to that one for the second out. Obviously the dead ball play a moment ago. The first play made for an out of a ball put in play. Oh, and 1 the count. Belted. Deep left center field, toward the wall, gone! Hallie Meeks up, over, goodbye!
I was just thinking that same thing. These are the same fences, the same dimensions that we just played in the 18 and under division that will play 12 and under and 18 and under in the All-Star game. And you see maybe 1 home run hit a game, and at those levels, this is 10 and under. Hallie Meeks.
Hallie Meeks right here. Arms raised in the air. That's a great shot there.
Well, you think about it, this division, how often do they even have the opportunity to play on fields with fences to hit it over? So how much fun is that to be able to jog around the bases?
Rolled out to third, base hit. Well, the Fury have batted around and then some. Zoe gets her chance and takes advantage. The Fury from Tennessee, in all likelihood, have put themselves in a position to make history. Accomplish something that they'll never forget. They're only at the 10U age level. But that home run, now that's something a little different. Hallie Meeks. All the way to third and in there. One. That's the count. 2 away. Fouls that one back to the screen. 12U National Championship game coming up next. 18U Premier National Championship game after that. And then tonight, the All-American game, the second annual PGF High School All-American game. Broadcast live on ESPNU. Leg kick there as she puts the foot down, and so we do it again.
I think that leg kick's what saved her. Was able to stay back on that changeup.
Well, for consecutive years, it appears as if a team from the great state of Tennessee will win the PGF National Championship. That'll do it. A huge inning, 7 runs in the inning, including 10U Hallie Meeks shrieking this ballpark. When we talk about all the home runs that the All-Americans and the 18Us hit today, we'll make sure to mention the 10U that went over the board. That's right. 12-5 is the score. The Fury out of Tennessee looking to win a national championship. On top of the Birmingham Thunderbolts. Our 10U national championship. And again, as we talked about earlier, we saw Mia Brown come back in after Bailey Kinsey-Orski and her dynamic changeup. Maya Holt will lead things off out of Wetumpka Middle School. Fun to see Holt pitch. Fun to see how she handled herself out there. Good leadership, endured a comebacker. And that international tiebreaker, the runner starts at second base, but the first out of the inning. Cromer moves up to third.
Yeah, it's been really fun to watch both of these teams all game long. And when we look back at this 12-5 score as it stands now, it really is no story to what this game has been like. That this has been one of the best games at this age that I've seen in a really long time.
1-0 the count to Ashley Allen. Ashley blown right by her, 1-1. Again, that'll do it. 2 outs in the inning. He can go enjoy that trip to the beach now. Off the plate, just outside. Brantley Wortham had a really good day. Singled a couple of times. Played a solid third base. Brantley rolls that one out to third. The pride of Tennessee, the Fury, are the 2010 PGF National Champions. The 10U have won it all in the year 2017. Let it be known that at this great year, back-to-back teams in 16 and in 17, that at the 10U age group, Tennessee represents. Congratulations to the Fury. Congratulations to the Birmingham team.
There was so much talent out there on the field today. It was so much fun to watch. This age group really did rise to the occasion and proved that they're the best of the best, 10 and under. What a pleasure to watch. Great performance on both sides.
Fun day for 10U softball. A thrill. 12-5 the final score. Producers John Walsh. She's Amanda Freed. My name is Darren Sutton. Our production crew, outstanding. Coming up right here in just a few moments, the 12U PGF National Championship game. Until then, we'll see you soon at the ballpark. Have a good one.